Hey, welcome back everybody. So, something pretty cool, new unboxing. And before we get to that, I would like to give a quick shout out to my buddy Tony over at Lanyards by Tony. Gave me this shirt and this hat a while back along with a lanyard. If you want a lanyard for your radio or maybe just a cool strap to put on your backpack to haul your crawler around while you're walking, well, Tony's the guy to see. Go check him out at Facebook. I'll put a link down in the description below, along with a link to this thing, because I think this thing is going to be really cool. Now this is a Kong Head RC, which I have never owned this brand before, but I know my friend Malcolm over at Bass Boy RC had a Kong Head. I think it was the Mud King or something like that, but it gave him fits. I know he didn't really care for it a whole lot. I'm hoping I'll have a better story. This is the zl130, so I don't know if that means version 2 or just that's what the original one is. I'm not sure. But look at this box art. They have a lion walking beside the truck. How cool is that? But the box itself, kind of garbage. It came apart instantly, so I kind of had to do an unboxing without doing an unboxing because I had to tape all of this back together. So I'm going to set this over here. This is a 1/12 scale, 2-wheel drive, dually rear end. It seems like it has all metal axles and a really nice hard body. You got instructions, which I have not looked at yet. We'll get those out and look at them in greater detail. Some stickers. Looks like another instruction for the wood bed. Here is how it comes packaged. And I've actually had to take, there's a tray here. I had to take some of these parts and put them in here because they were falling out. So in your first box, which we'll get in close and have a better look, I just want to show you how everything comes. This will be all the stuff for your body. And I believe this is all of your hardware. I can get this tray out. The one tray with your frame and a bunch of other parts. And man, that is a pretty beefy frame. We've got another tray. Let's look at those leaf springs. And those are all individual. Pretty crazy on the detail. And then we have our metal wheels. And these guys have quite a bit of weight to them. And the tires, which I'll get the camera in closer and we'll take a bit closer look at this stuff. Then we have the axles, and we have the front, like the live beam axle for the 2-wheel drive, and then the rear end, transmission. A lot of the stuff's put together for you, so I don't think this is going to be too awful of a build. And you get a wooden bed. Well, let me rephrase that. From what I can see, wooden bed sides. But that looks like a plastic bottom, so I'm not sure how that's all going to work out yet. And we'll set that here. And I'll get the camera up close, turned around, so we can look at this stuff up close, and then maybe I can start the build here soon. Here we are a bit closer, and we have all of the parts laid out. I'll open the body and the instructions separately, but this is everything that came to be assembled, and it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad of a kit at all. There is not too many parts, but look at this amount of hardware. There is a lot of hardware in this kit. Your axle is a serious chunk. I mean, it is, I'll drop it. It is just one big chunk of metal. Then you got your front axle suspension. And this is a little metal gas tank that goes on the side. What is really kind of impressing me is the amount of metal in this kit. Almost everything is metal. You get 2 shocks, which are really nice scale looking shocks, already pre-assembled. You got a couple of metal hooks. The transmission's also all metal, and it's actually greased in there. I could not believe it. Inside there's quite a bit of grease in there actually. And looks like a little transfer, because you get this little short shaft and then this longer drive shaft. So I'm guessing the transmission runs that for the short one, and then off of this back to the rear axle. And we already took one look, but here's our rear leaf springs again. And here are the front leaf springs. And this is a fuel tank. Here are our frame rails, and these are nice metal frame rails. And they look pretty stout. The reason I got this truck was I went to a construction show and I thought, man, this stuff's pretty fun, but that's really expensive. This truck was $270, and this will be a nice little scale truck I can pull a trailer with. I want to make it like an old farm truck. Here are the tires, which I took a couple of them out so we get a good look at them. And the wood bed pieces are really, really nice looking. There's quite a few of those. I'm not going to worry about grabbing all of them, but here is a good bit of them. And see, I believe it is a plastic deck that's going to go down there for all those to mount to on the side. So I'm not sure how I'm going to paint that to match yet. We got our hub adapters. Make our dualies. It looks like some other like little hub bearing adapters. Maybe this. Okay, these are pretty cool. Those are the wheel nuts. Let's get one of those out. These are for the back, and they got shorter ones for the front, but these are actual hubs that screw on for the wheel nuts. That is a really nice detail. Oh, I mean, detail-wise, this is looking really good. Let me get all this stuff put away. I'll get the body out, and we'll look at the instructions last and see how bad they're going to be or how good they might be. We don't know yet. And here is the body set. And this is one of the things that really sold me on the truck was this body. It reminds me of like an old Chevy style body, but it is really nice. If you like building hard bodies, which is pretty much my favorite thing to build, this is a really good looking kit. You can see what the cab looks like with that just sitting on there. And here's one of the door panels. You get a full interior with this truck too. Got your seats, your fender wells all built into one deal there. There's the grill. Got people bringing their hot rods out. They think it's a drag strip out in front of my house, I swear. And what do we have here? More little interior trim pieces. You got your steering wheel, wiper blades, your shifters, pedals. This looks like a little cover that pops in somewhere. You've got all of your glass. Rear window, front window, and all of your little lights. And I'm just going to slide this whole piece over here. A really good looking dash. And here are the door panels on the inside. And you have a bag with all of your hinges and hardware for that. And the last thing in the box is the bumper. And this is probably, I got the biggest kick out of this because we've been through this truck. You've seen how much metal's in it. Plastic bumper. Like plastic, pretty thin, kind of crazy. Okay, let's get the instructions out and have a quick look at those, and then we'll be about wrapped up. We have 3 instruction booklets, one for the bed, one for the full assembly, and one for the body by itself. And instructions can make or break a build, honestly. Oh, okay, we got mud flaps there. Well, these don't look too horrible. I've seen worse. I mean, they're no Tamiya instructions, but they at least clearly illustrate what you should be doing, even though they're not labeled well as far as how it walks you through the steps. There's really no step instructions. But it does seem that it does have pretty in-depth detail, so if you're mechanically inclined at all, you should be able to get through this. At least that's what I'm telling myself as we go into the build. And one more for the body. I think we'll be able to struggle through it and get it done. But if you wanted to know what was inside the King Kong RC box before you buy one, there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll leave a link for this in the description below. Seems like a pretty cool kit. I'm excited to get going on it and get myself an old farm truck put together. Well, have a great day and hope to catch you on the next video.